This is 20th century. The gun that can control the wars was AK-47. It's invented by a soldier. This gun made a name for himself. Mikhail Kalashnikov. Wherever the war has came up, the AK-47 would show up there, gaining the $1 billion because it's cheap and high performance. The king of gun has appeared around the world. 1941, the period of the Second World War. Russia and Germany were deep in war. Anywhere could be a battlefield. Kalashnikov was a tank commander at the front. He launched the attack upon the Germans, though the enemies conducted the insane defend force. Kalashnikov was badly injured. He woke up in a hospital. Fortunately, it's not a lethal injury. After that, because of the injury, Kalashnikov discharged from the military, sitting on a semi-truck to get home. But it's not able to move because of mud. Therefore, Kalashnikov and the captain of the transport team have gone to the small town nearby to seek helps. Seeing the new gun that the captain's carrying, he can't hide his curiosity anymore, so starting the conversation. He also wanted to make a gun by himself. But the captain says that the guns aren't toys. If it's unreliable, it'll be a lethal weakness that endangers a soldier. His voice caught the German soldiers' attention. The captain instantly shoots at them. 2 German soldiers were killed. He's targeting the 3rd soldier, but his gun got jammed. Just a second later, he's down. Kalashnikov backed up behind. He finally eliminated the last enemy. The captain told him that this gun's unreliable. Afterward, Kalashnikov carefully take a look at this gun. He found out that it got jammed because the design of this mag has a few serious mistakes. It'll be frozen if soaking in cold water. It's the reason that it got jammed. There are a lot of injured soldiers on the train to get home. Kalashnikov sitting with a soldier lost his hands in the war. They started sharing stories. When he's a child, he's totally immersed in inventing, especially guns. He always wants to make an automatic rifle that combines semi-auto and fully automatic in one. He shows his drawing of the gun. That soldier's a bit surprised when seeing the drawing. He believes that gun will assist many soldiers. That encouragement motivated Kalashnikov to make a decision that getting off the train, he's heading the other place. He's a patriot, hence trying to do his best at back end. Starting his first job at a mechanic's shop, he presents his idea to the chief and asks for a place to start researching. Not even his idea didn't get the respect. He also got a sarcasm. He rejected Kalashnikov's suggestion. The criticisms can't hold him back. Seeing an officer's getting off the train, Kalashnikov instantly takes the chance to approach him, starting sharing his idea about his gun design. Getting help from this officer, he contacted the authorities. He gives the mechanics shop the reference letter. They give him a small room to research. And then, as the imagination in Kalashnikov's mind, he starts designing the gun. He's struggling so much to work on it at the very beginning, because of his injury. He calls for help from the chief, but he gets rejected. The other mechanics have heard about it, so they've volunteered to stay after work hours to help him. The hardworking mechanics put all of themselves on it. The components of the gun were done. Assembling all the parts. All the processes had been done. Now they're testing the gun. Shooting at a barrel of water. The gun's working well. It's absolutely fulfilling Kalashnikov. He's coming to the office of the commissar helped him. A guard saw his gun, so they instantly arrest him. He's attempting to explain about the gun, but it's useless. As soon as the commissar got back the office, they reported him about that. The gun's so strange to them. No one ever has seen it. Therefore, he commands them to check it out. Not surprisingly, it's bursting. It reached high accuracy rate. Getting that excellent result, the commissar commands to release him. His sense tells him that Kalashnikov is a genius. He wants him to adjust the gun to get better accuracy. Then it'd be considered to mass produce. Mass producing isn't that easy. Only if they win the national contest, their gun will be mass produced. The story about making gun was quickly spreading. The commander of the Middle Asia, General Kuropatkin, directly coming to see Kalashnikov and giving him a chance to perform his skills. His gun achieved high score. Therefore, the commander chose Kalashnikov to represent for a military region to join the contest. The 1943 contest has been organizing. Under the support from the commander, Kalashnikov arrived Moscow. He has been given a workshop and an assistant came to help him. Shiva and Kalashnikov are remaking the gun. The contest finished. His gun wasn't the chosen one. Kalashnikov's upset because of losing. Luckily Shiva was there to help him to pass over hard feeling. Gradually their love's growing up. A friend has came and told him that there was a job that designing light machine gun will fulfill him. In 1944 Kalashnikov was sent to Kazakhstan, taking on designing light machine gun. He hadn't volunteered to do it, but working for a quite long time. Eventually he finished designing a new light machine gun. He confidently introduces it to the superior. That gun gives out the good result in the test. Thus, he's getting ready for the next contest in Moscow. He confesses his love. Then they are now a couple. In the contest, Kalashnikov's light machine gun got high score. He must be the new winner. However, when the results published, his gun isn't up to the standard for actual tactic. That absolutely let him down. Maybe he's not talented, he thought. Feeling nothing but upset, he goes to the hospital to get the medical check for going front line again. Fortunately, a friend has cheered him up. He started getting back his self-confidence. The World War II ended in 1945. The Germans surrendered. To everyone, it's the best news ever. But Kalashnikov feels anxious. He worries about his chosen path when the war ended. Perhaps he won't be allowed to design guns anymore. Then his effort will be nothing left. Luckily, the superiors didn't let him down. The commander required a new advanced rifle gun for the army. It means that Kalashnikov can continuously go further on his chosen path, obeying the command. Kalashnikov energetically gets back to work, gaining experiences and skills from the other fails. He draws a new design, a new rifle model. At that time, the winner who in the first contest visits Kalashnikov's workshop. Seeing the drawing, he tells Kalashnikov that the gun model must be simpler. To minimize the risk, Kalashnikov is likely to be enlightened about designing gun. At that time, Kalashnikov was transferred to Lovecraft Mechanic's workshop. It instantly drives him mad, because a talented gun designer has been working there. He's General Vasily Dektyov, a famous person in the past. If you don't know him, you may not know the anti-tank guns or light machine gun RDP. They're his well-known design, called Dektyarov light machine gun. Kalashnikov hasn't liked it, but he can't be against the command. Kalashnikov has no choice but going there. In this workshop, the superiors gives him a professional room to work, and sends the best assistants to support for him. Until 1947 they've been making the components, exactly based on the design. The gun finished constructing, the first AK-47 was made. Kalashnikov's going to the office to report about the new gun made. But he's denied to come in. It pulls his mood down immediately. He's coming to another office, begging them to quickly test the gun. That commissar didn't care about his story, and asked him to leave. Now he's fully angry, because his invention wasn't respected. He won't stop thinking about it until it has been tested. He put aside his colleague's suggestion, making a target practice in the base, and starting to do the test for the gun by himself. It totally satisfied him. The noise catches the other's attention. It didn't took so long for the guard came to arrest him. It doesn't matter, Kalashnikov brightens up, with a smile on his face. A general has heard that story. He calls the Kalashnikov to invite him to his office. The general really likes his gun. They have a conversation. The general confesses that he got impressed by Kalashnikov in the first contest. Therefore, now he decides to test this unique gun. The contest of guns has begun once again. It required the guns to be against several conditions. The other guns have several different problems. But Kalashnikov's gun, even being soaked in water or covered with sand, it's still working, firing many salvos. The accuracy of automatic mode and single mode reached the standard. This gun is what a soldier's looking for. And then his gun took the first place in the contest. Until 1949 Russian soldiers has been equipped Kalashnikov's gun. Witnessing the soldiers carrying his gun, he's not even showing off. Afterward, he keeps making many versions based on the first AK. Some well-known versions such as AKM, AK-47. This gun wasn't invented during the World War II, but it's still having significant role then and now. Though he didn't get rich after that, he achieved his dream from the very beginning. He was given honorable medal in 2000 to reward him for his great contribution to developing guns to Russia and the whole world. This is the movie's ending. The movie about Kalashnikov released in 2020. It got 7.1 on IMDb. AK-47 was made in a special period of time in the past. It's a well-known rifle. About half of the armies in the world used to equipped AK-47 or its upgrading version. When Kalashnikov made AK-47, he's only 29. Every single day later, he always wonders what if the war has just begun, and he made AK-47 at that time. How would it be? Would it save million lives?